All right, people. All right, welcome again to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining me. And we're just gonna do a small review of the Jamaica Premier League. Interesting stuff, people. Really interesting stuff. And last night was at a game. I definitely would say that some nail biting stuff, real nail biting stuff, people. If I'm being honest, and I also have a lot of transfer news to give to you guys. There's quite a few transfer news. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna run through the review of the games first. We're gonna run through the review of the games first, and then we're gonna get into the transfer news, our latest transfer that's happening in the Jamaica Premier League at present moment. So as you guys come in, just please do smash that like button. We'll really appreciate it if you do so. We're just gonna run through the show quick and fast, maybe 10-20 minutes, if that much, if time permits us to do so. But let's jump over to the Jamaica. I'm trying to find the Jamaica Premier League page. Taking a while to come up. Good. Just come up, people. The results and all these and all these things, people. So yeah, we have those details to show you guys. Let me go and find it. All right, good. So as you can see, actually I'm in the way. So let me take myself out of the way, people. Let me take myself out of the way. Let's go to one corner. So hopefully you guys are doing good. It's a new year, people, and we're trying our best to see how best we can bring across as much as possible coverage the local league. As you know, it's my intent to do so. Not only local league, but on youths in Jamaica, because we know that is what we aim to do. That is what we aim to bring across. All right, so let's jump on to the fixtures that we saw just the other day. So these are the fixtures, people. As you can see, and well, these are the results from the fixtures. Interesting stuff. Real interesting stuff. So as the guys come in, please do, as I said, smash that like button. Now we're gonna start off. We won't waste any time, people. We're not gonna waste any amount of time. As I said, I still have the transfer news to break to you guys, so you guys can see what is happening. Now, first matchup. Oh, unfortunately, I haven't gotten the results as yet for the Jamaica Women Premier League. I do hope that before the show ends, I'll get those results, because that's what I'm waiting on right now. It's tough, really tough, because JFF is the one who's handling all of those details, and acquiring those details from JFF is difficult, people. It's really difficult. I have to go into all different external sources. Maybe it's difficult for them to acquire the results as well, so maybe that could be the case. Now, first matchup, people, we have Falkland versus Mullines. Falkland joined that game. Falkland and Mullines deadlock at 2-2. Interesting stuff here, people. I do think that Mullines need to get themselves started out, because Falkland, who is struggling so far, to score 2 goals against you, that shows that you have a lot of work to do going forward as well. But impressive for Falkland. They're at the bottom of the table, really trying to get back on foot with what's happening in the Premier League. Still trying to adjust to the Premier League. So as stated, people, that's an interesting one. So well done to Falkland right there. We have Dumbeholin versus Montego Bay. Montego Bay started off really well so far this season. Unfortunately, they have Wealth on the ball. I'm not sure what's going on with Dookie, but that's just football. At home at Westport Park, losing 2-0 against Dumbeholin. Dumbeholin look to be finding some good form. Inconsistent, but I do think that they are playing consistent enough to get the results that they require. Portmore United still remain undefeated. Loch Nilal against Tivoli. Now still have the best defensive record in the Premier League. And as again, time and time again, Rudolph Austin is the man who's actually doing everything he can in his power to keep Portmore United with the clean sheet and undefeated so far. So let's see how long they can do that going forward. Now, next matchup, we have Vere United versus Chapelton. I do think that this would have been quite an easy game. I think, did I win for Veer? No, I went for a draw. I think I went a 1-1 draw. But interesting stuff. This one is interesting as well. Really, really interesting as well. So nil-all draw between Veer and Chapelton Maroons. Harbourview, Waterhouse. This is a big result over the weekend. Big result. Waterhouse defeating Harbourview 4-0. People, that's actually a big result because we know at this present moment that Waterhouse, who started off the season very inconsistent, versus the Harbourview team, who has been very consistent, high goal scoring as well, and to turn around now to see that Waterhouse is the one that prevailed. But that is football. And hats off to Fuzzy and his team for doing so, because to get that done, especially when everything would be in favor of your opponent, and you turn up and really put on a spectacle like that. That's lovely to see. That's really good to see. Now, next matchup we have is Cavaliers versus Umberland. These are the Monday night football, people. Cavaliers versus Umberland. Cavaliers win that one 2-1. Big up Fresh God. Massive respect. Thank you very much for coming through. Cavaliers defeated Umberland 2-1. I was at that game. Very good encounter. Unfortunate for Umberland. Very unfortunate. Now, one of the goals that was scored, there was a big claim about a handball. Yeah, I do think that there's substance in that. But also there are factors that Umberland must look at. Mr. Price must look at these factors where his team playing, his team performance. I do believe that right through the game they weren't consistent enough. They really weren't consistent enough. Big up Wayne Turner. Big up Norman. Big up. They really weren't consistent enough throughout the 90 minutes of football. So, and that's one thing for sure. No, I saw aspects where Umberland were up on top of Cavaliers, pounding them, but just couldn't get the results. Well done to Cavaliers in getting that result for sure. Now, the last match of the evening, which should have been Mount Pleasant versus Arnett, and this for sure was a big matchup. Huge matchup, people. I'm telling the truth. Big matchup. Really entertaining game. It was not short of anything. Red cards, tackles, penalties, goals, crackers, beautiful goals, dispute, coaches getting cards, players on the bench getting cards. It has everything, people. It was really a very good encounter between both teams. Big up Jordan Hyman, LFC. Big up my brother. It was really a good encounter. Really enjoyed that game. And if you're a neutral at that game, for sure you would have enjoyed it. 2 goals for Trevante Stewart. Oh, and also Colin Anderson, who's on fire. Both players are on fire right now. I think both of them are in 11 goals so far this season. 11 goals apiece. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And also, I want to look at. So as I'm going back to the game, people. So let me analyze this game. Let me analyze this last game. I do think this game. Now, Mount Pleasant went into that game. I think they went into that game a bit overconfident, knowing that maybe they're knowing to the fact that Arnett have been a bit inconsistent, but there was a bit of overconfidence from Mount Pleasant in that game. When the game just started off, they were playing the ball around nicely, dominating possession, playing the ball around, moving the ball nicely. Arnett was sitting deep, waiting for the opportunity to transition, and so said so done as one transition, first transition by Arnett, and they hit the bag. Don't be holding. My apologies. Mount Pleasant look a bit out of sorts. Nevertheless, they stuck to their gun and played around. Then boom, another goal from Arnett again. Think what Demar Deacon scored the second goal. I think the first goal was scored by who scored the first goal? Can't remember who scored the first goal. I think what's his name, man? We'll get man of the match, man. Arnett striker who the one to get man of the match. Can't remember my name, man. The captain. People remind me the captain now. Senior experienced striker in the Premier League. Anyways, I don't remember my name. But Wonderful performance. You know, let me get the name. Let me get the name, people. Let me get the name. Let me get the name. So it'll take me long. Fabian Reed. Yes. Fabian Reed. I think of Fabian Reed one I scored the first goal, man. Fabian Reed. But why I couldn't remember my name? Experienced senior baller in the Premier League. I don't know why I couldn't remember my name. But we didn't have to get it out that way. Anyways, so a classical encounter between both teams, people. Nail biting stuff way down to the last kick of the game. Now, it goes to show that when you're playing Arnett, especially down at home, it's always going to be a really, really good encounter. One in which you can't really even, you can't blink people. That's what other game was. That was the type of game that was. You just couldn't blink. You just couldn't take your eyes off the game, people. That was the type of game that it was. Now, we're gonna jump into the transfers, people. As I said, I haven't gotten the fixtures as yet for the female team. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scroll through their Instagram page to see how best we can get those fixtures, those results. So this is one of the reports that's coming out right now that Romeo Guthrie could be on his way to Harbourview this transfer window. Now, when I look at this one in detail, people, I do think that this transfer is going to, if or when this transfer should come through, it's going to definitely be like a dagger in the heart for the junglists. Because Romeo Guthrie is a purebred Arnett player. What I mean by purebred, a player that this is where he started off his career at Arnett, and to move away, especially the fact that he's a captain at that, the captain, youth program, every single thing, people. And now he looks to go to one of the rivals in the league. One of the rivals in the league. Big up Marlon. Big up my brother. Big up. Omar Lou said junglist for life. Marlon said junglist for life. So it's going to be a painful one. Really going to be a painful one. For sure. It's definitely going to be a painful one, man. For all the junglists. Especially when he's going back to play against them down by Arnett. It's going to be painful, people. It's definitely going to be painful. Next one, let's have a look now. Nicholas Hamilton potentially could be heading to Mount Pleasant this transfer window. Another big one, people. Huge. Now, remember this now, people. At present moment, Mount Pleasant has a team comprised of Ball of the Days. Ball of the Days. And it seems as if Mount Pleasant's strategy is, let's take away our rivals' best players and weaken them. Let's take away our rivals' best players and weaken them. That could be the case. Now, what would they be doing with a player like Nicholas Hamilton? Let's be honest. Talented, quality player. But there's so much players in the Mount Pleasant team that is so similar to Kumi. So all is going to happen is that Kumi reach a Mount Pleasant, take out at the man they game, and that will cause problem. Because, alright, let me tell you two players who play similar. Maro and Kumi, very similar in how they play. Technical ability. Drop deep to receive the ball. Playing the ball through passes. Dribblers on the ball. They want to be on the ball. They are so similar. If Mount Pleasant is going to deploy both Maro and Kumi, that's going to be a dangerous thing to do. Nonetheless, quality player. I do think that this is going to be a tough one for Harbourview, because he's Harbourview most informed player at. He's the one, people, who steps in the gap because in the absence of Trayvon Reed. Unfortunately, potentially he's on his way to Mount Pleasant. Now, there's another player that was about to go to Arnett, which is what's his name? Not Arnett, Arborview, Alex Marshall. And what is likely to happen right now, Kumi, who's a very good friend, I'm assuming people, me don't know. Me assume. This for sure, me assume. But me know so Kumi and Alex Marshall are good friends. Me know that. Me know down to that. And remember that Kumi was Alex Marshall was heavily linked to Arborview. Would this now move or turn the face of Alex Marshall to Mount Pleasant? That's one to look at, people. That's definitely one to look at. That's one to look at. So we will see the latest development in that. People tell me what you think about that one for sure. Norman said Mount Pleasant I buy too much ball at MG and they not even use them. Look what happened to Fletcher. True. I'm not sure what is the strategy. It's hard to pick up what the strategy is. What they're trying to do is really difficult to see what they're trying to do. I'm hoping that there is some. I'm hoping that there is some method to the madness that's going on. Read their transfer policy. Really hoping to, because I'm not seeing. I'm not sure. Next player, people. Let's have a look at the next player. This one also another surprise. Shandy James. This player is a wonderful player, people. A lot of people might not know him because it's not a household name. He's a brilliant player. Just as you see Kumi drop deep technically on the ball, goal scorer. He's that type of player. Very skillful, quick, lightning speed. This one is interesting. This one for sure is interesting, people. Really interesting. And I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we're going to see. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with these information. The next one, I haven't published it as yet, which is Shea Smith potentially could be on his way to Arnett Garden. So Jungle could be getting an addition in Shea Smith from Portmore United. Another wonderful player. So there's quite a lot of talent in the Premier League, people. So interesting one, people. Interesting one. This one also is very interesting. So I think that's it. Retransfers. No. Yes, that's it. Retransfers right at this present moment. So people, I'll keep you guys up to date on these transfers and what's the latest that's happening with them. For sure, I will keep you guys up to date on that. Anyways, people, so we have covered it. I've still haven't gotten the information really the female Premier League. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna jump over to. Let me see if I can get any details on that. So Royal Lakes. Let me check out Royal Lakes. Royal Lakes women team. All right. So this. Okay. So we get this result, people. So Royal Lakes drew with Springers. 3-3. So that's interesting. That's interesting. That seems to be that means it could be available in the Gleaner. Let me check something. Woman. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the people. So it's in the Jamaica Observer. Let's see if everything is published in the Jamaica Observer. Let me see if I can get the results. All right, so okay, so actually they just published one of the game result. you know? All right. All right. So what? Since we've Royal Lakes versus Springers, that's 3-3. What me I go try? What me I go try? Do me I go check the next one? Let me try and see. Veer Women. Let's see if they publish. Let's see if they publish the details for that one. Okay, so they lose to Olympic Gardens. They lost to Olympic Gardens. I'm not seeing the score line though, but they lost to Olympic Gardens. Lost to Olympic Garden. Interesting. Next matchup. Let me see if I can find the next matchup. This is what I have to do, people, to get the results. So I have got certain page independently because I didn't get it before the game and before the stream. I was trying my best to get it before the stream, but it just didn't work out. Let me try Baptist Alliance. Let me see if let me see Baptist Alliance. Okay, so versus Real Mobile. So Baptist Alliance defeated Real Mobile 3-0. As you can see, the results are right there. Interesting again. Next matchup. Let me have a look at the next matchup. Fraser Zips. Let's have a look at Cavaliers. If Cavaliers post anything. No, they didn't. Let me check. Let me check if there's a Cavaliers women team. There should page. No, there's none. There's none, people. There's none. All right, so they played against Fraser's Whip. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find Fraser's Whip. Fraser's Whip. No. That's at all. So I won't be able to get the details for that one. Alright, so Rangers Mile Gully FC. Let me see if I can find that. No. Alright, so people, those are the only results I can provide at this present. Fraser, okay, so Fraser's with 5-0. Wow. Wow. Interesting. And I have Cavaliers Fraser's, is it Cavaliers Fraser's with Olympic Garden as the 3 best team, and Veer, I would say the 4 best team. So that's actually a big result now, man. Big result for Fraser's Whip. Huge result. Anyway, so people, as I said, it won't be a long video. Definitely won't be a long video. So I think me I go close off with that. Just gonna end it with that. Just gonna end it right there, people. As stated, it definitely won't be a long video. Anyways, people, so hopefully you guys are doing good. And I'll see you guys again next time on MG Sports TV. I wish I had all the details, really, women football to give you guys, but I didn't have. I don't have it. Hopefully, I'm not sure if the match try work out something weird. Hopefully, we can get it going at the game then next weekend. I don't know why them choose it. I think the game play on a Saturday. Oh, I had to work Saturday, but next weekend I'll see how best we can get some good coverage of the games coming up. If I can live stream the game, I will try my best and do so as well. So people, you won't be short of that. I've seen what is happening. Norman said they have a nice number 15. She can play. I can't tell her. Since watching the Women's Premier League, I've seen a lot of talented players in it. Anyways, people, big up. Massive respect for joining. Really, really appreciate it. A few persons who turned out. I know local footballer get a beaten. The Women Premier League, the Man Premier League. Support. It's tough, people. It's really, really tough. But I won't stop. I'm still pushing on, people. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time. MG Sports TV, people. We're out.